The Xiaomi Mi Mix was an innovative device. The design, while it had its cons, sure, it was very fresh. Xiaomi refined it twice with the Mi Mix 2 and Mi Mix 2S, but now with the Mi Mix 3, well, one way of saying things is that Xiaomi has kinda mixed things up. Gone is that god-awful selfie camera placement, replaced instead with, well, watch on and find out. Hey guys, Ash here from C4E Tech, and in today's video, let's unbox that Xiaomi Mi Mix 3. If you do end up liking this video, don't forget to turn on notifications by clicking that bell icon. And we've got a couple of giveaways running right now. Here's a card to them, or whatever's the latest, whenever you're watching this. Go on, click it. So here's the box that the Mi Mix 3 comes in. It feels heavy. Let's take a SIM ejector pin to it. Peeling that protective plastic off. This is the 6128 variant that I have here. That's the base variant, by the way. 128 is the base. Oh yeah. That's a nice change. Let's open it up. The Mi Mix 3 in all its glory. 6.4-inch all screen. Removing that plastic. Now turning it around. More stickers to peel. The ceramic mirror finish sure looks nice. And how is it all screen? Well, this. And oh yeah. Well, this. And oh yeah, another sticker to peel. This feels weirdly satisfying. There are neodymium magnets inside, making sure you don't really have to exert a lot of effort to cause this slide. Let's now set the Mix 3 aside. What else is in the box? We then have a few words from Xiaomi CEO Lei Jun with English translation. I'll leave it up for a moment if you want to read. Then there's a 18-watt Quick Charge 3 adapter. It is worth mentioning that the Mix 3 does support Quick Charge 4 Plus, but that's not included in the box. You'd have to buy it separately, a QC4 Plus adapter. Anyway, there's a USB Type-C cable, and this is it. A 10-watt fast wireless charger included in the box. Now, this really is the future, in my honest opinion. Technology doesn't move forwards if adoption rates don't go up. Adoption rates usually don't go up when stuff isn't included in the box. This is why I absolutely adore the fact that Xiaomi has thrown in this wireless charger here. Now, there's more. We have a SIM ejector tool, a Type-C to headphone jack converter, some regular literature, and finally a case. It feels a little less sturdy than the ones we've seen before with a lot of flex here. That's probably because it's a lot thinner to keep it from interfering with the wireless charging capabilities of the Mix 3. And there's a cut to the bottom for the display to slide out. That's how this one works. Good job, Xiaomi. Now let's return back to the Mix 3. The major change here from a design perspective is that slider. Xiaomi claims it's good for 300,000 slides, and independent testing states that Xiaomi's been too conservative and it's actually good for more than 600,000 slides. If you are using this phone for say 6 years, you should be able to do this anywhere between 150 to 300 times a day and not face an issue. So realistically, the other pads will probably fail long before the slider does. At least that's how it seems at the moment. So what does this slider actually hide? Well, 2 cameras, the earpiece, and an LED flash, a front-facing flash. The sensors in this thin bezel and this ultra-thin, tiny little top bezel also happens to have a notification LED in it. Props. Now this bezel actually runs around a 6.39-inch AMOLED panel. The resolution here is Full HD+. This is a 19.5 by 9 panel. The other Xiaomi AMOLEDs we've seen in the recent past have been 18.7 by 9. This display looks great. It's covered by Gorilla Glass for protection. The chin to the bottom is quite minimal too. One weird thing that I noticed with this phone is that to the top, the display kind of feels, again, weird. It's probably due to the slider, but it doesn't feel this way with the Magic 2. That unboxing is coming tomorrow, by the way. Anyway, this is my problem here. It's not even a problem, it's just, like I said, weird. It just feels like there's a little bit of a space between the display and the camera behind it, so that when I was shooting some footage about gaming, I just felt it a little different when I was tapping to the left part, as in when I was holding it this way. So it's just one of those things that you're not really gonna see unless you pick up, or rather know until you pick up and start using the phone. So just wanted to throw it out there. Anyway, if you expected the presence of an in-display fingerprint scanner since this was an AMOLED panel, prepare to be disappointed. Since nope, we only get a regular fingerprint scanner to the back. It works well, and this is not really a complaint, but given the Mix series is usually bleeding edge, I'd be lying if I said I didn't expect an in-display fingerprint scanner here. Maybe it's because of the thickness. This phone is already 8.5 millimeters thick, and despite that, the battery capacity is just 3200 mAh. Engineering issues are, if I were to guess, that's what I'd say. Now that we've touched upon battery, let's also talk about the rest of the specs. The Mix 3 is powered by the Snapdragon 845 chip. We get 6128, 8128, 8256 and 10256 RAM storage variants. The Mix 3 is running on MIUI 10 built on top of Android 9 Pie. Everything feels really fast and snappy. MIUI 10 here on the Mix 3 brings with it a new default theme, and wait for it, it removes the settings cog from the notification bar. This is something that's been absolutely driving me nuts for the past few hours. I used to hate Honor's MUI in the past, back when it was called Emotion UI, around the time of the Honor 6 and so on, where it had the same thing where I couldn't get to the settings from the notification shade. I'm just hoping it's me, I've missed something here on the Mix 3. Maybe there's some toggle or option that I haven't found yet. If you guys do know, please let me know in the comments below. Now the biggest changes are with the camera app. Let's start with the hardware. The Mix 3 sports dual cameras to both the front and back. We get the same setup as the Mi 8 or the Mix 2S. Dual 12 megapixel sensors, a primary IMX363 with an f1.8 lens and 4-axis optical image stabilization, the secondary with the f2.4 telephoto lens. The images seem nice as expected. We've seen it many times in the past, so that wasn't special. What is special is the fact that they've included a new night mode. Now this uses multi-frame noise reduction, not unlike on the Mate 20 Pro, to get better low light images. Xiaomi has finally also gotten serious with video options. 4K 60 FPS and 720p 960 FPS are both available here. The selfie camera is a 24 megapixel IMX576 coupled with a 2 megapixel secondary depth sensor. This means portrait mode along with an array of lighting options are available for both the front and rear cameras. The edge detection seems to be on point. These effects are quite trippy too. Now, okay, for once I kinda got carried away and never wrapped the build part of this video before moving on to the rest. This back is ceramic, a hell of a fingerprint magnet, so my case is gonna stay on all the time. The power and volume keys are to the right, noise cancelling mics up top. To the left we have the dual SIM tray and the Bixby key. Oh, wait, the Xiao AI key. Now this is Xiaomi's voice assistant that gets triggered by this key. Now it's only in Chinese, they're only using it inside China. For the global release, Xiaomi states that it will trigger Google Assistant instead. That's all fine, it's at least not Bixby, but I'd love it if they let us customize it, let it trigger anything that we want. Anyway, wrapping things up, we have a Type-C port, mic and speaker at the bottom. The Mix 3 feels a little heavy in hand, not uncomfortably so, but you're definitely gonna feel that extra heft. You're gonna feel like you're using a heavier than usual phone, at least initially. That's because this phone weighs in at 218 grams. Now with all that said, let's now talk pricing. The Mi Mix 3 starts at 3299 yuan or $475 US. In Indian rupees, that would be 34,700. Given the recent drop in value of the Indian rupee, the pricing seems interesting since the Mix 2 released in India for 36,000 rupees. So for that price, Xiaomi seems to be offering a great deal. Now, as of today, I have no information on if or when this would come to India, but I feel it would be pretty cool if it did. I think it can give the OnePlus 6T a run for its money. So there you go, the Mix 3 unboxed and my thoughts said. Now it's your turn. Fill that comment section with what you think about this phone, maybe feedback on my video and all that. Let me know, and if you want to see any specific content about the Mix 3, I will try to get it done. Maybe you want a comparison? Again, let me know. Anyway, it is now time. I bid you adieu. Please share this video with friends and family if you can. Thumbs up, thumbs down based on what you felt about it. Also subscribe and turn on notifications by clicking that bell icon so that you don't miss out on any of my daily content. Thanks a lot for watching. Till next time, my name's Ash. You've been watching C4 Retech and I'm signing off for now. You guys have a great day. Bye-bye.